What is up, guys? So earlier today I asked you to ask me questions and I got a lot of questions, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be answering questions because that's what a Q&A is. First off, Bior Barjami asked me, is Arrow going to Season 7 in the future? Yes, it's actually been confirmed that they've already started planning Season 7. Season 7's already on IMDb. There's a chance that the Arrow will get canceled this season, but a low chance. It's not a high chance. There is a chance. But because there's such a low chance, they've already started planning for Season 7. It's already been confirmed. So yes, Arrow's going to Season 7. Season 8 is a bit more of a question. I don't know if it'll get to Season 8. Everything's possible. But ratings have been dipping for Arrow, and I doubt it'll get any better in Season 7. So yes, it'll get to Season 7, but Season 8 is another question. Xerxes Animations asks, what would you like to happen in the rest of Arrow Season 6? So I want to see the Arrow Civil War that they've been building up. If that doesn't happen between the original Team Arrow and the new recruits, if that war doesn't happen, I'll be severely disappointed. I'd also like to see more Richard Dragon. We saw him in 2 episodes. In the second episode, we saw him for just a cameo, really. So it's disappointing that they haven't used Richard Dragon as much as they should have, and I would like to see more of him just to build him up as a villain, just because he was supposed to be the main villain of the season. But it turns out Caden James is, which I think is a little disappointing. So, also, the number one thing I would like to see from Arrow Season 6 is the death of Felicity. Yitzi Welikoff asks, what happened to your Gotham reviews? So, my Gotham reviews, I used to make Gotham reviews up to like episode 7, I think. The reason I stopped is, first of all, they didn't get any views. The most viewed videos got a little over 1,000 views, but most of them got like 300 to 400 views. It wasn't worth it in the long run, and also it was so difficult to make Gotham reviews. I don't know what it was about Gotham, the show itself, but it's difficult to review that show. It's why not a lot of people do it. I think it's the type of show it is. It's not easy to review, just because it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that it's not easy to review. That might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a bad thing in terms of making reviews about them, because first of all, it's hard to review, and second of all, it doesn't get a lot of views, so that's why I don't make Gotham reviews anymore. Funnily enough, that does lead me into my next question. Cockburmoosh asks, if you could, what show would you add to the Arrowverse? Not including Black Lightning and Titans. Obviously, my first choice would actually be Titans, and then probably Black Lightning, just because it's on the CW. But the show I would like to be in the Arrowverse, or the Arrow multiverse, is Gotham. I think it would be really cool if Gotham was actually on Earth 38, along with Superman and Supergirl, but in the past. So I think that's, like, there's no continuity errors for that. I don't think any Gotham characters ever appeared on Supergirl with a different actor or something, so it wouldn't really conflict with that. And Batman has been hinted at more on Supergirl than he has on any other show. Although Arrow comes really close. They even mentioned Bruce Wayne once. I think Arrow's actually more than Supergirl with that, but Supergirl's definitely up there. They mentioned Batman a lot. So I think it would be really cool if Gotham was on Earth 38, but in like the early 2000s, so like in the past. So Batman right now would be like 30 years old. DJ Cordis asks, what's your favorite superhero movie? I'd probably say Captain America Civil War. It's such a good movie. It's amazing. And that leads me to my next question. Marcus Louis asks, do you like or hate Marvel? I love Marvel, especially the movies, or basically just the movies, because their comics aren't that good. They don't have any video games, really. The TV shows, I mean, no, that's not true. TV shows are good too. I love Marvel. I love both Marvel and DC. Marvel is obviously ahead in movies and also probably in TV shows, just because the quality of their TV shows is obviously higher than the Arrowverse, which is, again, another segue into another question. Darth Stalker asks, which do you prefer, Netflix Marvel shows or CW DC shows? So the Marvel Netflix shows clearly have a better production value to them. Most of them are really good, especially Daredevil and Punisher. I think those were the best ones. But the CW shows just have more enjoyability for me. Probably mainly because they're on for longer. Like the Marvel shows are on for once a year and then they're gone for a while. But the CW shows are on for 23 weeks a year, which is incredible. That's a lot of weeks that take up, like, I anticipate these episodes, and I just enjoy the CW DC shows a lot more than the Marvel Netflix shows, even though the Marvel Netflix shows clearly have a higher production value. Alex Castro asks, would you rather have wanted Vigilante to be someone else, or are you happy with him being Canary's old partner? I'm definitely not satisfied with the reveal, mainly because it's a different actor. So, like, they revealed a character that we met, that we barely knew, and then he unmasked himself, and I didn't even recognize him. Like, I knew this character because it was a huge theory that, or this one guy made a theory that it was going to be Vigilante. So, I was expecting that a little bit. But when I saw his face, I was like, well, wait, who is that? But then, obviously, after Black Canary's reaction to him, I knew. But I think it's so unsatisfying that they changed the actor. But, obviously, it's probably because they couldn't get the actor back. But if they were going to do that, if they couldn't get the actor back, they should have changed it up, made it someone else. That I think it probably should have been Paul Holt. Just because they said that they're going to give a rival to everyone on the team, and Mr. Terrific doesn't have one yet. Black Canary already has Black Siren, and now she has Vigilante as well, so I think they probably should have given Vigilante as a rival to Mr. Terrific, because he doesn't have a rival, and neither does Wild Dog. But, you know, what you can do about that? I just think Mr. Terrific should have gotten his rival, and so should Wild Dog too, but there's no rival for him at the moment. But there was a perfect rival to give to Mr. Terrific, and you just didn't. You blew the reveal. I said it was an okay reveal in my episode review for it, but looking back on it, I really didn't like it. Darkstalker is back, and he asks, what is your favorite DC antihero? So, the options are really slim. There's Lobo, Red Hood, Deathstroke. Who else? I'd probably have to say Red Hood, just because I think Deathstroke would work a little bit better as a villain than he does as an antihero, but Red Hood is a really cool anti-hero that I really enjoy. I really enjoy his comics, and whenever he's on screen. And that leads me to another Darkstalker question. He asks, again, he has a lot of questions, this Darkstalker guy. What do you think about a Red Hood movie? I think it would be really cool if we had a Batman movie where Red Hood was the main villain, but then at the end becomes more of an anti-hero, and then we get an anti-hero movie about Red Hood. I think that would be really cool. Darkstalker, I know, a lot of Darkstalker questions, but you know what? He asked a lot of good questions. He asked a lot of questions, and a lot of them are good. Do you hate ships? I don't hate ships. Like Thea and Roy, I think they're great together. I think Iris and Barry are actually pretty good together. I hate cancerous ships, like Elicity, because it's cancerous, and it's not comic book accurate, and it's just, they have no chemistry. I don't hate ships in general. I do hate it when you focus on ships, like the TV shows like Arrow did in Season 4, they focus on Elicity. So I think that's stupid. They should not do that. I don't hate ships, though. I just hate cancerous ships, like Elicity. There's another Darkstalker question. I swear this is actually the last Darkstalker question I'm using, but it's just he asked a lot of good questions. He asks, why is your channel called The Black Lion? So I came up with that name because my last name actually means black in another language, and my first name has the word lion in it, so I put that together, came up with The Black Lion, which I thought sounded pretty cool. And I just use that as my name. It has nothing to do with the Arrowverse or any DC related thing. It has to do with my name loosely translating kinda a little tiny bit to the Black Lion. The White Lion asks, by the way, love the name, what is your favorite adaptation of every member of the Justice League? It counts animated movies, cartoons, series, or movies. Love your channel. So I'll just go through the main members. Superman, the best version is probably the CW version. Like the one on Supergirl, I love that one. Too bad we barely ever see him. Batman, the best version for me would probably be the Arkham version. That one is so badass. The Ben Affleck one was pretty awesome in Batman vs Superman, but he was pretty lame in Justice League just because he was lame in Justice League. Batman vs Superman, he was pretty cool, but he killed people, so that's why the Arkham version is above him. For Wonder Woman, probably the Gal Gadot version. She's pretty cool. The Flash, for Wally West, the Justice League version, he was awesome. He was my favorite character as a kid. But the Barry Allen version, the Arrowverse, he's pretty great in the Arrowverse. Green Arrow too. In the Arrowverse, he's probably the best version of himself, just because he's serious. I like him more when he's serious. I think he's pretty cool when he's jokey. He's pretty separate from Batman. But when he's serious, I like him a lot more. Green Lantern, probably the Jon Stewart version from Justice League. We haven't really seen Green Lantern much. He's not in the Arrowverse or the DCEU. So those are the main Justice League members and my favorite adaptations of them from any media ever. Imad Noor Muhammad asks, do you think that Disney would ruin the Deadpool movies? So there's been this huge deal between Disney and Fox. Disney basically bought Fox for $52 billion. It's awesome because now Disney owns the rights to the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Deadpool, which it's been a meme for a while that Marvel doesn't own all the characters, but now they basically do, except for like Spider-Man and the Hulk, but they're in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So the question is, do you think Disney would ruin Deadpool movies? No. Do you look at Punisher? Look at Daredevil. If anything, Disney made them better. They didn't make them PG-13 or PG or anything. They are rated R as hell. Sure, they're on Netflix, but Disney doesn't only make PG-13 movies. They make rated R movies, and also the CEO of Disney did say that they're going to keep Deadpool rated R, so I definitely do not think they're going to ruin the Deadpool movies. I think we're safe. Twent asks, will Godspeed ever appear in The Flash? Will he appear in Season 5 of The Flash? Will he be the main villain? Yes. I'm not saying yes definitively, but the chances are huge. There's also a chance he's going to be the bus meta, one of the bus metas. Just looking at the Season 3 finale with the Speed Force Storm, I don't know why they would do that without using Godspeed in the future. Maybe the Speed Force Storm hit like one person, and that was Godspeed, and now he's running around in secret. I don't know, but I definitely think, if not in Season 5, then in Season 6 or 7, we will see Godspeed in the future. That's a given. Godspeed is the number one character, the number one speedster character that people request as a main villain or as a villain in general. So I definitely think they will use him in the future because it's just too good of an opportunity to miss out on. Imad Noor Muhammad asks, I think this is his second question, DCU or Arrowverse? Arrowverse, 100%. DCU has been hit or miss for me. Like, I liked Man of Steel a lot. Batman vs Superman was pretty good, but it also had a lot of stupid moments and a lot of characters that they totally messed up. Suicide Squad was just bad. Wonder Woman was pretty good, but it had a bad ending. And Justice League was good. It wasn't great, it was just good. And for a Justice League movie, that is not a good thing. It should be amazing. It was good. But the Arrowverse has been also hit or miss, but the hits have been so much better than the DCEU's hits, like Arrow Season 1 and 2 and 5, The Flash Season 1 and 2 so far, and Legends Season 3 so far, The Flash Season 4 so far too. Like, the Arrowverse has been really great, and also the fact that the crossovers, Arrowverse did a better Justice League than the DCEU did, and they didn't even try, really, because they didn't even call them Justice League. That tells you a lot about which one of the universes is superior. Mama Steve asks, if any character can get their own spin-off show such as a side character, who would you want to get one? And he lists Roy, Wally, or Jesse as side characters. So I'm assuming you mean sidekicks, because if it's just a side character, then I'd go with Superman 100%. But if you're going with sidekicks, then probably Roy, because he is the best sidekick character. He is definitely, and I wouldn't mind seeing him have his own TV show, although I don't think he actually should get one. I think he should just join Titans or just join back to Arrow. But if I had to choose one, then definitely Roy. SuperPeace_CZ asks, what do you think about the Arrowverse fan game by Techosaurus that is in development, if you are familiar with it at all? I am subscribed to Techosaurus. I have seen all of his update videos. I think the game looks awesome. I'm so glad that somebody's making an Arrowverse video game. And that's it. I'm excited for the game, and I'm just glad that he's making it. And yes, I am familiar with it. Zeus13 asks, do you think Arrow Season 6 will get any better? Everything's possible. Just look at when you look at Season 4 of Arrow, and then see the drastic change in 5 months between that and Arrow Season 5. So maybe they could have a small change within 1 month from between Arrow Season 6 mid-season finale and Arrow Season 6 Episode 10. You know, everything's possible. They could definitely be building up to a better second half of the season. But still, I don't see it getting any better just because it's the next season. Usually, Arrow just has a consistent quality within each season. Like, most of Season 1, 2, and 5 are amazing. Most of Season 3 and 4 are trash. So maybe most of Season 6 will be meh. Because so far, that's what Season 6 is. It's just meh. Jude Hounslow asks, if you were to pick a new character from the comics to join the Legends, who would it be? So I'm going to stick with B-list superheroes just because, I could just say Batman or Wonder Woman or Green Lantern or anyone. But that's what Legends is about. It's about taking all the B-list superheroes, the rejects, who couldn't hold their own show, and putting them together on their own show so they could be a superhero team. So I'm just going to stick with B-list superheroes because that's what I just said, and that's really the only thing in the realm of possibility. The characters that I want to see on Legends of Tomorrow are Blue Beetle. I think that would be awesome. And the Ted Kord Blue Beetle, not the Jaime Reyes, just because, first of all, if it was Jaime Reyes, we would barely ever see him in a suit because the CGI, they never used Firestorm, so it would be the same thing. And I think Jaime Reyes would work better on the Flash and Arrow, mostly the Flash. But I think they should use Ted Kord because I also think they should use Booster Gold. Booster Gold is the father of Rip Hunter. He's a time traveler. He would be perfect for the Legends. And he and Ted Kord are basically best friends. So I think it would be really cool if we had Ted Kord and Booster Gold being Blue Beetle, like blue and gold, on the Legends in Season 4 or 5 or whatever. I think that would be awesome. The Dark Knight asks, do you think the pre-New 52 Wally West will appear? I'm assuming you mean in the Arrowverse. The answer is no. It will never happen just because it wouldn't make sense for the context. The West family is black, they're not white, so the pre-New 52, meaning the ginger Wally West, will never appear in the Arrowverse. It just wouldn't make sense. I don't even want it to happen because it would get a little too convoluted. It would be too complicated, but I think it would be really cool if a ginger version of Wally West, the original Wally West, appeared on Titans as that Earth's Kid Flash, as that Earth's Wally West. I think that would be awesome. It would be awesome if Titans was another Earth in the Arrowverse multiverse, like Universe 49. That was a random number. That would be really cool. And if a Wally West, a pre-New 52, ginger white Wally West appeared on that would be pretty awesome. JADRB2 asks 4 different questions. First, if you could change 3 things about the Earth X crossover, what would they be? That's honestly a really good idea for a video. Thank you for that idea. I'd just tell you one of them. I've said this a lot. I would make Quentin Lance the Fuhrer behind, like, he would be the guy pulling the strings in the background while Dark Arrow and Reverse Flash and Overgirl go out and do his bidding. I think Quentin Lance would have been so much better if he was the main villain of the crossover. Next up, could you rank all the shows by how much you like them? Currently, I'd rank them this season: Legend of Tomorrow, then Flash, then Supergirl, then Arrow. But in general, Arrow, then Flash, then Legends, then Supergirl. But that's sad. It's sad that Arrow's at the bottom when it's my favorite, just because this season is not that good. 3, if you could add one more show to the Arrowverse, what would it be besides a Deathstroke spinoff? If you mean a spinoff show besides a Deathstroke spinoff, a Superman spinoff, I said that earlier. But if you mean in general, then Batman. Batman's definitely the number 1 character I want to see in the Arrowverse. It would be really cool if you had a spinoff show. Number 4, what are your 3 least favorite episodes of each show? I've made videos about this for Arrow and The Flash. So The Flash, my least favorite episode, it used to be Season 2, Episode 1, but now it's probably Season 4, Episode 5, Girls Night Out. Arrow, it's the episode where Laurel died. That was so stupid. Although, with the new Black Canary, it does make it a little bit better. So I'd say the season finale of Arrow, Season 4, was trash. That one. Legends of Tomorrow, Camelot 3000, that was trash. Supergirl, I don't even remember. I don't know which one's my least favorite. Y asks, by the way, great name. That's sarcasm. Out of the 3 new DCtv shows coming out this year, being Black Lightning, Titans, and Krypton, along with Young Justice Season 3, which show are you most excited for? So, that's a great question. Not gonna lie, that's a question I was thinking about doing a video on, but I never got around to just because it's just 3 shows. Like, that would be such a short video, just ranking those shows. It would just be a minute video, basically like this question here, just this answer, I mean. So the show I'm least excited for out of these 4, including Young Justice Season 3, is Krypton. I'm not even in the least bit interested in it. The only thing I'm a little bit excited for is to see the DC characters that are going to appear, like Brainiac, Adam Strange, and Hawkwoman. But other than that, I really couldn't care less. I don't even know if I will watch it. I probably will give it a chance, the first episode. But other than that, not really. Second most, or third to least most excited is Black Lightning. It doesn't look that interesting. I will watch it just like the other shows. But I don't know if I will continue it, depending on how good the first episode is. But Titans and Young Justice Season 3, I am hyped for. Young Justice Season 3 just because of how awesome Season 1 and 2 were, and it sucked that it went on break for a while. Like, I thought it was canceled forever, but then we finally got the confirmation that Season 3 is coming out, and I can't wait. And Titans looks amazing. Just going off the costumes of Hawk, Dove, and Robin, the production value for this show looks incredible because the costumes look so good, and the fact that Starfire and probably also Raven and Starfire will be like fully CGI, Raven and Beast Boy will probably be semi-CGI, so they're going to have a big budget, and that's something I'm definitely excited for. Plus the fact that the Teen Titans TV show from like 2005, that was awesome as well, and this seems to have like the same kind of team. I'm excited for that. So Gorilla Archer asks, what is your favorite character from each show except for the main character? From Arrow, my favorite character other than Oliver is Prometheus, probably. Like, he is an amazing villain. But if you don't mean villain, and if you don't mean any character and only mean like hero character, then probably Roy. On The Flash, it's Reverse Flash other than Barry. If you don't mean that, if you don't mean villain, then it's Vibe, probably. I think I'm noticing a pattern from the first two. But from Supergirl, except for Supergirl, even without that, except for Supergirl, it's Martian Manhunter. He is the best character on the show. And also Windshot and Superman are better than Supergirl. Supergirl's probably 4th place. And then Legends of Tomorrow, with Firestorm being gone, because he was probably my favorite. Like, when he was Firestormed up, he was so much fun to watch. But when he wasn't Firestorm, that was just a drag. So right now it's probably Citizen Steel. He is so much fun. He's funny. He's enjoyable. I like his powers, although they suffered the same thing that Firestorm did. But it's not as obvious because there isn't an old man walking around trying to take out bad guys. So it's more believable. So yeah, except for White Canary, who is the main character of Legends of Tomorrow, Nate, or Citizen Steel, is my favorite. Ricochet asks, how long do you think each of the Arrowverse shows will last? So I answered this in my last Q&A, but I think I'll answer it again just because it's been a while since then. That was at the beginning of the season. That was before the season started. So that was a couple months ago. So I think I said this earlier in this video. Arrow will last till season 7. I doubt it'll get to season 8. If it will, that would be a miracle. That would be crazy. But I'd say season 7. The Flash, I'd say it's more popular than Arrow. Like season 1 of The Flash, season 2 of The Flash were more popular than Arrow season 1 and 2 ever were. I'm pretty sure about that. So that's why The Flash will last longer. So I'd say The Flash will get to season 10. Like Smallville, I think season 10 would be the perfect season to end The Flash. Legends of Tomorrow would probably last till season 5 or 6. It's nowhere near as popular as Arrow or The Flash ever were, so I'd say 5 or 6. Maybe probably 6. But Supergirl, there have been rumors that it will be canceled this season, which I doubt it will. So I think, just like Legends, it will last till like around season 5. It's, again, not as popular as Arrow or The Flash ever were in season 3 of their respective seasons. So I'd say season 5 or 6. And my favorite question by far is by Exterminator 2014. You are given a chance to either kill Felicity or have world peace. What do you choose? So obviously the politically correct question would be to have world peace. But I would choose to kill Felicity because you can't have world peace if Felicity was alive. Felicity has literally caused the world to be destroyed in the second crossover event with Vandal Savage. Because of her, the world was destroyed, so you can't have world peace with Felicity being alive, so that's why I would choose to kill Felicity. Obviously, I'm joking here, so don't take what I just said seriously. So that's 25 or 26 questions answered. I say 25 or 26 because I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure it's 25, but then I could have miscounted somewhere. It could have been 26. Let me know how many questions I actually answered in the comments down below. And if your question didn't get answered, I'm sorry. This video was way too long. I couldn't answer every single question. But who knows, maybe your question will get answered in a future Q&A. So let me know what you thought about this video in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.